Hello and welcome to BA 487, which is International Business Law for winter term 2020. Although this video may be used in future terms in the event that we are still doing online remote teaching only. Normally this class is twice a week for an hour and a half, but for this term and perhaps other terms we will be doing it remotely. My name is John Hasbrook, right here. I am a practicing attorney here in Monmouth, Oregon. My office is just down from Western. For those of you that don't know me, I have been practicing law since 1991. I used to be a prosecutor in downtown Portland for the Multnomah County DA's office. I went to law school in Salem at Willamette University College of Law. And while I was in law school, I worked for the Oregon Department of Justice in Salem. I then went to work in private practice, and eventually I moved here to Monmouth and opened up my own practice here in Monmouth in about 1997, and I've been practicing law here in Monmouth ever since. My primary area of law that I practice is in business law, estate planning, contract law, real estate. But I'm also very, very interested in international law, going back to even before law school. While I was in law school, I took a number of international law courses. I was also able to attend a term in London studying international law, and then since that time I've traveled to Europe and around the world. While in Europe, I've been to the World Trade Organization, the United Nations, the European Union, and have been studying international law basically throughout my practice. I do practice a little bit of international law. I do have international law clients from other countries, Australia, Spain, and other countries. And so that's why I'm teaching this course. So this video will be an introduction to the class. We're going to go over the materials that are required for the class, the syllabus, and how I'm going to be doing grading. This is going to be an online only class, which will be asynchronous, which means that I'm not going to have any scheduled set class times on Zoom or other type of videos. I'm going to leave it up to you to study and complete the materials on your own time. However, with that said, everything must be done by Wednesday, March 17th. Which is finals week, the Wednesday of finals week at 5 o'clock, so that I can get grades entered before spring break. So let's go through the course materials. First of all, if you need to contact me, let me move my paper here. I'm not doing face-to-face office meetings. I will be doing, if you want to meet with me and have office time, telephone conference, or we can do Zoom or FaceTime or Skype. To schedule that, please contact me at my law office. My phone number there is 503-838-0251. Or you can email me at my Western address at hasbrojou.edu, or this is my law practice email, which is johnhasbrook@msn.com. Highly recommend, if you're contacting me by email, that you email me at both addresses. I check my law practice address much more frequently than I do my Western address. That's also the email that goes to my iPhone and my iPad and my laptop and everything else. So if you do send me an email, make sure you put in the subject line international law or Western Oregon student or something like that, so I know that it's not spam and you don't go into my junk box. Okay, so in terms of the class, let's talk about the textbooks. So the primary textbook is going to be International Business Law, which is Ray August, and we will be using the 6th edition. Actually, I grabbed the wrong edition. For this class, this is the ISBN number. I will tell you right now that there's a 4th and a 5th edition. Those editions will also work if you can pick those up cheaper on Amazon or whatever. The reading material pages will be slightly different between the different editions, but it will be the same basic information. The information that we're going to be covering really doesn't change a whole lot between the editions. So 4th, 5th, or 6th edition. Ray August is actually the author, but he passed away a number of years back, so they really haven't updated anything since then. So that will be the primary textbook, and in a few minutes I'll show you the schedule for readings out of the textbook. In addition, we're going to have materials on the Moodle page, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm in the process of creating videos for this class to make it an online class. That's going to take me probably a few more weeks to get everything put up online. And I will be posting these videos online on our Moodle page. The Moodle page is going to be your primary guide to work through the term. And I'll show you the Moodle page here in a few minutes so you can see what it looks like. On our Moodle page, I have course handouts and PowerPoints that we'll be using in our lectures. In addition, I have a Volume 1 and a Volume 2 of the course handout materials that I would normally use in a live class, which I have posted in PDF. They should also be available at the bookstore in a spiral bound. And those are extensive materials which basically function like a textbook. If you want to buy it at the bookstore, it may be easier than printing it out, but it is available on our Moodle page in a PDF format for free. And also I have all of our PowerPoints on Moodle that we'll be using in our various lectures and videos throughout the term. I'm also going to be having you review the websites for the United Nations, the European Union, and the World Trade Organization, and perhaps some other websites as the course progresses. These are websites that we would normally look at in class, and I'm going to have you just kind of on your own time go through them. Now with that said, because this is an online remote class, you're going to have to do a bit more of your own study of these materials. All of my quizzes and exams, including the midterm and the final, your essay questions, everything is open book, open notes, open internet, so you can study, you can look up the questions and the answers as you need to. And I've done that on purpose because we cover a lot of material, and you're going to no way remember everything and be able to look it up as you go through and fill out your assignments and do the quizzes and whatnot. So everything's open book, open notes. Okay, so in terms of the class itself, let's talk about how I do grading. Okay, so grading is going to be based upon essentially 4 areas. First, we have quizzes that are online on Moodle. There are 10 quizzes total. You can do them on your own time and on your own schedule. I would recommend that you hold off on the quizzes for a few weeks at the beginning of the term so you can read through all the materials, watch the videos, and then take the quizzes as you want to. Again, it's asynchronous. You can schedule your own time for when you want to do things, just so long as you get everything done by March 17th, the Wednesday of finals week. If this video is being viewed in a different term, Wednesday of finals week at 5 p.m. will be the cutoff, whatever that date may be for a particular term. I'm also going to have you do essay questions. There are 4 essay questions, which I'll show you more in a minute, which are posted on Moodle. Each one is worth 100 points for a total of 400 points. Each essay question should be about 2 pages long, single-spaced, along with a works cited page for each question. And I want you to type it up in Word or whatever word processing program you're going to be using, and then upload your document onto Moodle. There's an assignment page that I posted on Moodle, or in the future we will be using Canvas. Same thing, I'll have it so you upload your file there. Please save whatever work you post to your own computer so you have a backup copy in case Moodle or Canvas should crash or whatever. If you want to email your essays to me as a redundant backup, that's fine as well. The essays are due by March 17th, the Wednesday of finals week, just like everything else. However, I recommend you start working on them as the term progresses. That way you don't have everything come down on you during finals week. There will be a midterm exam which will be online. and that will be around the middle of the term. I don't have the exact dates yet, but what I am going to do is I will have the midterm. It will be on Moodle, and I will open it for a period of 2 weeks. I will send out announcements later on in the term to let you know when those will be posted, and then you'll be able to take the quiz online, the midterm online. There are 50 questions on the midterm, same thing on the final. They are all true, false, and multiple choice, and again, they're open book, open notes. However, with that said, just be aware that both the midterm and the final, once you start taking it, you have to complete it in one session. Now, that may go on for several hours. However, I've got it set so you can't pause it and come back later. You've got to take it all at one sitting. So when you're ready to take the midterm and the final, I recommend you have all your books and materials ready to go so you can look up your answers and be able to sit there and have enough time that you can work your way through. You should allot at least 2 hours for midterm and the final. If you need more than that, that's up to you. You take it on your own time. Again, the midterm will have a 2-week period around the middle of the term, and again, I'll be sending out announcements. The final, I will open up the final 2 weeks of the term until Wednesday of finals week at 5 p.m. And that, again, will be 50 questions online on Moodle or Canvas for future terms. And we will have 50 questions, true, false, multiple choice. With that said, the quizzes, the midterm, and the final. If you come across a question that looks strange, I had to convert everything to an online format from what I would normally do with a handout test. And sometimes when we convert either from, it's called ExamView, which is a test-making program, over to Moodle or to Canvas, sometimes it scrambles the questions and the answers may not come out correctly. If you come across one of those, please email me and let me know so I can fix it. And then if there was a problem with your question, I'll let you redo it if there was some problem with the question due to the conversion to an online format. This is the first time I've taught this class online. I've been teaching it for a number of years, so there's going to be glitches, and I really appreciate your patience on this as we work our way through. Okay, grading is our standard grade scale based on university policy. A is over 92%, A minus is 90% to 92, and on down the line. All right. So this document, oh, by the way, the syllabus is posted on the Moodle page in a Word format. If you're not able to open it, please let me know and I can email it to you, or I can post it in a PDF format. Also on our Moodle page, I have an assignment schedule. And this is basically a list of the readings that I want you to do for each of the sessions or the topics. I have it broken down into various topics. And let me show you a little bit how the key works here. So, first of all, for this week, I have it broken down into where we have the readings, and V1 is Volume 1. That is the online course materials that are in the PDF format that we have posted on Moodle, which include things like the PowerPoint slides printed out, copies of treaties that we'll be discussing in class, web page information, and that sort of thing. Volume 2, or V2, is Volume 2, which will be after the midterm. And again, that's posted on Moodle. Both Volume 1 and Volume 2 should also be available at the bookstore in a hard copy format if you want it, or you can just go what we have on Moodle. So when I talk about over here for the TB, that stands for the textbook, and that's the International Law textbook for Ray August that we have. So here's how I broke it down. So for our first part of the term, our first few class sessions, Volume 1 reading pages 1 through 24, I want you to read the International Court of Justice Statute Article 38, which is on page 141, and then the textbook pages 1 through 10, and on down the line. Now, I have these dates over here, which are broken down by week. And again, because this is an asynchronous online class, these dates are not really as relevant as they would be for a face-to-face class. But these are suggested dates that you read through. Again, the way I've broken down the organization of this course will be on Moodle or Canvas into topics. And these basically relate to the various different topics that we'll be discussing as we work our way through the readings. So use this as their format along with the structure that we have on Moodle or Canvas to help guide you through your coursework. If you're ever having questions or you're not sure what you should be doing, feel free to give me a call or send me an email and I can make sure that you're on track. Just basically work your way through the reading schedule and then work your way through each of the topics on Moodle or the Canvas page for future courses. All right, so with that said, let's take a look at our Moodle page here. For future terms, we're going to be converting to Canvas, so it's going to look different. But for now, we're still using Moodle. And so I'm going to switch over here, so just bear with me while I switch screens on the computer. Okay, so this is our Moodle page for BA 487, and this is going to be basically your outline for the course term. So to start with here, okay, so first of all, in our general heading file, I'm going to be posting this video under introductory video. Some of you may have already watched the videos I had posted there. There are some technical glitches there, so I'm redoing the video that you're watching right now. I will be removing those, so it's going to look a little different for you, but I'm combining these two videos into one. So you may end up kind of watching it over again. I apologize for that, but that's part of the conversion process. So here I have our course schedule that I just showed you in a Word format. If, again, that is not open for you, please let me know and I can email it to you or send it in the PDF format. Here we have our syllabus, that's what I just showed you. Here we have BA 47 packet volume number 1. That is what I will refer to in the course schedule readings under volume 1. That's also what will be available at the bookstore. And then we have volume 2, which will be after the midterm. Much of the materials that I have in both volume 1 and volume 2, I will break down and also post under the various topics. Primarily the PowerPoint slides. So I'll be using PowerPoint slides for my presentations as we work our way through. And under each topic, I'll be posting the PowerPoints for that particular topic and the videos. Here's where you'll find the online midterm. Right now it will be hidden from you, but I will open that later on in the term for a period of 2 weeks for you to take the midterm. And again, I'll be sending out announcements about that later on in the term. And then here is the online final, which again I'll be posting for the last 2 weeks of the term for you to take at your convenience. Again, it has to be done by March 17th or the Wednesday of finals week for future terms. Here's where I have the 4 essay questions posted for you. Those are for you to upload your answers as I talked about before. Again, you should write your answers in your own word processor and then upload your file onto Moodle or Canvas in the future. And those are all due by March 17th or the Wednesday of finals week. Each essay should be 2 to 3 pages, single space with works cited. When you're doing the essay questions, what I'm looking for when I grade is the vocabulary terms that we'll be discussing in class, on my videos, etc. So things like customary international law, or peremptory norms, or various terms that we're going to be discussing. And this is true in all essay questions. When you're answering an essay question, it's a good idea to use a vocabulary term, define or explain what that term means, and then how it's applicable to your particular essay. So use the term, define what it means, and provide your analysis on to answer the question and how it relates. That's sort of the formula for answering essay questions. And then I also want you to give me a works cited page. That could be the materials from our course, website materials, in our normal MLA format. If you are using Kindle or you just have the web links, that's fine too. Just put those in your works cited so that way if I need to I can look up your source material. Okay, so to go from there, I have broken down the term into various topics. The first topic that we're going to be discussing as we begin the course will be Introduction to International Law. And I will have various videos and source materials, including PowerPoints, for you to review. When I put the videos up, I'm going to put videos that are both mandatory. So like here I have mandatory video. Those are videos that I want you to watch for sure. Those are generally going to be videos that I've put together myself or videos from outside sources, such as right here. We have a video for international formal sources of international law, MOOC. This is a online international law information that's produced that I also have it posted up here, where there are a number of videos that are basically posted on YouTube that talk about international law to give you some background material. Some of those MOOC videos will be mandatory and some are just for your own information, supplemental videos that you can watch if you need more information about that particular topic. So you're just going to basically work your way through just on down our Moodle page and watch those, and then when you get to the end of the topic, so topic 2 will be future sources of international law, Vienna Convention, and I have various videos that we'll be posting there. And then I have the quizzes, whoops, right there. The quizzes, quiz 1 and quiz 2 are under topic 2. Don't take quiz 1 until you've also reviewed the materials for topic 1, because some of the questions on quiz 1 relate to the materials and information for topic 1. So that's why I placed quiz 1 and quiz 2 under topic 2. Again, I would hold off taking those quizzes for a few weeks until you've reviewed those materials and you have everything ready to go. Again, they're open book and open notes. The quiz answers will appear on your Moodle grade page. They're graded automatically. Again, if you come across a question that doesn't look right because of the conversion to online format, please let me know and I'll fix it, and we'll fix whatever the problem is at that time. Send me an email if you want to take a screenshot with your phone or something of the problem with the question. That works great for me. That way I can see exactly what's going on your end, because sometimes my Moodle or Canvas page looks different than what you see, and so that's a really great way to help me fix that problem for you and make it right. So topic 3, we'll be discussing states, the legal definition of a sovereign state, international organizations, nonprofit organizations, multinational enterprises, immunity, and other similar topics. And again, I have videos and other source materials, including PowerPoints, that we'll have posted there. I'm still in the process of making videos, so what you see here is going to look slightly different when I have all the videos posted. But basically, just key in on if it says video mandatory, I want you to watch those. Topic 4 will be a little bit of an overview about the United Nations. We'll take a look at the Charter of the United Nations, what authority the UN has, what authority it doesn't necessarily have, and the various different types, provisions of the UN Charter and how they interplay with international law. Topic 5 is going to be the World Trade Organization, and we'll talk a little bit about how the WTO is structured, the various treaties that are implemented by the World Trade Organization, their dispute resolution process, and I'll have videos there as well. And then topic 6 will be the European Union, and I'll be having you review the European Union website. We'll have some videos there as well. I'm still working on those materials at the time I'm making this video, so it'll look a little different by the time you get to that. Topic 7 will be international disputes, including expropriation, international dispute mechanisms, including arbitration and other alternative dispute resolution functions, international courts, and some of the ways that international disputes can be handled. Topic 8, we'll be discussing how international business formats are structured, subsidiaries, agencies, licensing, how LLCs and corporations are treated differently in different countries. We'll take a little bit of a look about that. Topic 9, we'll be talking about free trade areas, Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, and some import and export rules. International financing, including letters of credits and bills of lading, and other international trade type information. Topic 10, we'll be talking about International Chamber of Commerce, or known as Incoterms. These are shipping and sales terms when you do an international sales transaction. And then finally, topic 12 will be intellectual property, which I'm still working on. As you can see, I don't have anything there yet. So that's the overview of the course. If you have any questions or problems, I will tell you right now, because it's an online remote course, I'm very flexible. And if you come across a problem, let me know. I'll do the best I can to fix it. And just have patience as we work our way through the term and this conversion to remote online teaching. Feel free to call me or email me if you do have any questions or you come across any problems. Okay, that is the end of the introduction video for BA 487.